Welcome to Pride of India show. Your Sridhar Chillara. Again today, we are here in Michigan, Detroit area. Such a beautiful home. You are looking at the home, but today's show is not to showcase the home. It is a true Pride of India story. How a success journey can start from a village in our Telugu states, and the whole story I'm going to let you inspire how anybody can succeed in their life, such a Pride of India. So now the guest today we are meeting is a woman entrepreneur. She worked as a Stellantis, as a Chief Business Development Growth CDO, Chief Business Growth Officer, and such a powerful lady, and she was heading to those companies. And such a lady today, she has the way AI has come into play our lives, and she is starting something, a creative AI. AI has really transferred. She thought that this is the time AI could do miracles and something create like a fortunes. So that's why she has quit all those things. She started her own startup, like big enterprise AI. So we will find out. We have done a lot of shows on AI, but the entire home is AI. So her husband is again into AI, and our Pride of India, Mamatha, Chamarthi, she is also into AI. We will find out what is enterprise AI can really make wonders in the Fortune 500 companies. Let's go and more talk about this. Look at the beautiful landscape, and when we came in, look at the whole home and how beautiful this is, the entire home. I don't know, 2 people are living right now. I can see that, I was told, but we'll go inside and find out. Let's meet our Pride of India guest, Mamatha Chamarthi.
Hello, Andy.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Mamatha garu.
Yeah.
So nice to see you at your home.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. Thank you.
So,
welcome to our home.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mamatha garu. So nice, really, such a beautiful home.
Thank you,
and,
Andy.
I've been to so many homes, but this is something like a unique, because I could see stride that, I don't know, is a river or...
Orchard Lake, Andy.
Oh, lake, quite fantastic.
Yeah,
it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, starts with...
Gautam Buddha.
Gautam Buddha.
Always giving the wisdom.
Yes, of course.
Meet my husband, Andy, Gopal Chamarthi.
Oh, namaste, Andy, Gopal garu. It's so nice of you.
Nice.
Thank you, Gopal garu. Good, Andy. Good to see you. Yes. Thank you, Andy. It's our honor to visit your beautiful home. Mamatha, let me start. I know that Stellantis is a very big company. You have been popularly known as the Chief Business Development Growth Officer. Now, and what you do currently, and what was your involvement in Stellantis?
So let me first start with Stellantis and what I did. Just similar to how India gave me the foundation, and the United States gave me the canvas to paint my painting on it. Very similar. As soon as I moved to this country, I started my career with Chrysler Corporation.
Wow.
And so what does Stellantis mean to me? Stellantis is in my DNA. It's in my blood.
Wow.
And it helped me build passion for cars. And so much so that I was like, when I joined Chrysler, I was an hourly contractor. And when I went back to Fiat Chrysler, I was the top technology officer of the company.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's what I feel like when you come to this country and you say, you come with 2 suitcases, we all do.
Yes, we all, yes.
We all do, with like less than $100 maybe in your pocket. Many of us do that.
Yes.
And then you have a huge dream that you'll make it big in the US.
Yes.
And that is the opportunity that Chrysler gave me.
Fantastic.
And when I went back to Fiat Chrysler, I was the CIO, with the global CIO. And then when we became Stellantis, Fiat Chrysler merged with PSA, which is a French-German company. And we became Stellantis. Literally, at the elevator, I pitched to the CEO, Carlos Tavares of Stellantis, and I told him that the next biggest opportunity for Stellantis was in software, not just EV, but software.
Wow.
And I told him that's a 20 billion euro opportunity, Carlos, and he said, can you put a plan together for it?
Fantastic.
And I said, for sure, why not? And so I put a vision for it, a strategy, and then went back and presented to him. Not only that, I met with all of the investors of Stellantis and the chairman, John Elkin, and then taking all of their feedback, put together a vision. And then I went back to our CEO, Carlos Tavares, and I told him, it's not just enough to have this vision, but we have to go public. It's almost like when we have a weight loss goal.
Yes.
And when we publicly state the weight loss goal, we are more committed to that goal.
Yes.
I said the same thing. Let's go public and announce this is the goal of Stellantis. We are focused on EV and we are focused on software-defined vehicles. And he said, let's do it. And we did an investor day in 2021 and set a very bold target. And we said, we are going to make 20 billion euro, which is $25 billion, and create a new line of business. And it would be pretty similar to technology companies. It will achieve margins like 55% margin.
Fantastic.
Auto industrial, it's anywhere between 3 to 9% margin. And 55% margin is unheard of. And I told him, and we told the investors, we told the public, we told our customers, we told the media, everyone, and we announced our goals publicly. And 3 years later, you would not believe, we closed the loop, called the same investors and the media and everyone together and said, you know what we have achieved? We achieved 1.5 billion euro within record time.
My goodness.
At 55% margin, and we overachieved on our plan. And everyone was happy, and then that's what Stellantis means to me, that when you have a bold vision, someone believes in it and believes in you and says, go for it.
Oh my goodness. So this basically, but you started your association with the Chrysler, but Stellantis has acquired.
Yes.
And how big is the Stellantis company as of?
Stellantis is a 220 billion euro company.
Goodness.
And so I was the chief software growth officer but before I became even the chief software growth officer, I set the vision for what should be a very critical pillar for Stellantis.
And before acquiring, what was the Chrysler's revenue? How big was?
Chrysler was almost half of it.
Half of it, $100 billion.
About 100 billion.
Because the reason is why I'm asking is, your vision has increased from a typical margin of 3 to 9% to 55%. That means if the Chrysler would have continued with the same traditional model, that $100 billion, it is 11 times more profitable what she's doing. It is as good as $1.1 trillion equivalent effect of the sale.
Exactly, exactly, you got it.
You're such a brilliant and having a high profit margin, it's equivalent of that.
Yeah.
If the Chrysler would have continued traditionally with $1.1 trillion, like 100 billion multiplied by 10, 11 times, $1.1 trillion, and then 3 to 9% traditional, she's achieving a very $100 billion similar. I know that it's not gone, it's in the phase, but it's as good as that bigger vision. So kudos to you. I mean, this is something.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much.
Now, we're talking about the AI. People are really worried about AI, job fairs. Now look at that creation, what is happening, and it is created a lot of profitability to a company. A small AI pitch could lead to 55% of the profitability.
Exactly.
Now, before I go into that thing, because so far we are concerned only about chat GPT or LLMs or agentic AI or general AI or all this terminology, but this is the first time we are trying to hit the real chief business growth officer for enterprise AI. So what is enterprise AI actually?
So most people think of AI as another technology or as another tool. Yes, it is a technology, it's another tool, but I think the way we need to look at AI, the last time we as humanity looked at enterprise was in the last industrial revolution. Most of our business processes, most of our products, the thinking around it emerged during the last industrial revolution, whether it's the car, whether it's the printing press, and it goes on, right? And now with AI, we have an opportunity as a humanity to reimagine everything about our business from the enterprise world. And if someone out there is so scared of AI, this is one thing that I would advise to everyone. My advice is, if you're really scared, jump in and learn, because I don't think anyone is ahead of you. Everyone is in this together and everyone is trying to figure out and learn. So AI will not replace humans, but AI will replace humans that have not embraced AI.
Yes, beautifully said.
Yeah.
Now, before you were saying that, your company has adopted more with focus. I know that EV, everybody is saying. Now people are talking about AI. Now you said that software involved in that, and that could lead into more profitability. So the vehicles are of automobile sector for a common consumer. Like earlier I was buying a car and I had some fancy gadget like navigation, we got tempted. Now people are talking about, like EV cars where we could save a lot of money, like Tesla, everybody is getting into that because that's heading to the future. But now with your AI adoption, what consumer extra is going to see that in near future? If your plan of pitching, what is going to be mean for a consumer?
I think it starts with the fundamentals. Fundamentally, when we get into a car, we have that trust. This car will take us safely from point A to point B.
Yes.
Now with an AI-defined or a software-defined vehicle, when you, God forbid, no one gets into an accident, but imagine you get into an accident and you're not in a position to call a first responder, but the car senses that you got into an accident, it can call a first responder for you, and that first responder can be there in seconds, if not minutes, in front of you and trying to help you. And whenever you get into an accident, the seconds matter. And so I think having that kind of a capability in a car, and that is where we started thinking about what is the fundamental trust that consumers have. And then on top of it, we added, before we even go into the addition, do you know that 1.2 million people die in car crashes every year across the world? And imagine the impact to the GDP of the nations of 1.2 million people passing away in car crashes. And it's just a foundational responsibility of the automotive industry to save those 1.2 million people. Wow. And so connected vehicles and software-defined vehicles fundamentally first starts with safety and then gets into convenience. So I am sitting here, it's sweltering hot, or it could be 9 inches of snow outside, and my car connects to my schedule, and it knows I'm going to get on the road, and it knows that there is 9 inches of snow outside. It started my car, and it has put my car in an all-wheel drive mode, so that when I get into the car, I don't have to fumble while listening to the radio, while focusing on the road. I don't have to fumble anymore, but the car knows the conditions on the road. Car knows my schedule and made it very, very convenient for me that it's turned on the all-wheel drive.
Beautiful, she said that thing, a small thought process could it's a $1 billion opportunity. Like example, if a person is driving, a lot of vehicles people are buying, let's say something like unique what she was saying, let's say they meet with an accident. Earlier what happened, you used to see is a lot of people, they have a tendency, maybe he's drunk or he is some drug addicted, a lot of people, they just keep passing. They don't even know unless they see physical damage to the car.
Exactly.
So now, and sometimes it could be anything. So with your AI, process, and it could trigger to send a message to the law enforcement police, and one message to the ambulance, and one message to the the highway vehicle authority, the management, and one message goes to its family members that call this, and one message goes to the GPS signals are saying that the way the people say the police had waves and other thing, it could saying that there's an accident, go slow, because the persons could be stopping the car, we don't know where is that. Even something damage control to waves and third-party APIs, it could even reflect saying that that's something. This is something very, very important. As you rightly said, it could save 1.2 million people who are dying. You are saving the lives.
Exactly.
Not only that, if that trust is built, obviously the sale will go up.
Exactly.
That's how you are doing it. Fantastic.
And the most advanced use case for AI is autonomous vehicle. Because there are 1.2 million people that are dying, and there are so many other crashes are involved where people are getting impacted physically because of a car crash. So autonomous vehicles the whole concept started on how do we increase the safety of the car.
Wow.
If more than 96% of these crashes are happening because of a driver error, because of a mistake from a driver, can we augment the intelligence of the driver with software in the car, with AI in the car, connecting to the road conditions, connecting to the infrastructure, connecting to the other cars too? And then can we help this driver? So whenever you're driving and you get, hey, we notice that you're not holding the steering wheel, you need to take some rest, you need to heed the advice of the car, because it knows that the touch that you have, it's noticing your iris movement, it's noticing everything and telling you. That is level 2 of ADAS technology.
Wow.
And so all the way to level 4 and level 5. Do you know, even in advanced countries like the United States, there are so many physically and mentally challenged people that don't have accessibility to transportation. Imagine those people, if they have to go to a hospital to get some fundamental care, if there is an autonomous vehicle coming and picking them up and taking them to the hospital for their care, then now you're opening up, you're democratizing mobility for everyone, not just fully abled person getting into a car and driving themselves, but even physically unabled or mentally disabled folks to be able to get into a car and go safely.
Not only that business is one side, and helping the community, helping the people, and even like, one message could even trigger to, when the ambulance, at the same time, it could even check quickly their insurance or nearby hospital, and so that, that hospital, the beds can be arranged in advance where the person goes, the paperwork and everything is ready.
Exactly.
That is the digital public infrastructure.
Exactly.
Like supposing, if I am a person, if I change my address, why do I have to go to my voter registration? Why do I have to go to my vehicle registration? Why do I have to go to my property records change? Why do I have to miss my mail? At one place, centralized, everything is automatically changed. That's what you are doing. Brilliant idea.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yes.
I think the next wave of innovation.
Give me the job.
Yes. The next wave of innovation is not going to happen within an industry.
Yes.
It is going to happen at the intersection of multiple industries.
Exactly.
What you talked about is auto interacting with healthcare, with hospital systems, interacting with traffic systems, interacting with everything.
Because the reason is, even if your AI saves that person, sends a message, if the office bed is not available, then what's the point then? If supposing if the office is full of beds and not busy, then triggers to the next hospital where it is empty, send them, patient, it's all connected.
Exactly.
Your AI software.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
I think we should be getting a Nobel Prize for this.
Thank you for saying that.
Something is like this, saving the lives. What else you need? That's what we want. This world should be saving the lives. It's a business.
That's something that I would always at Stellantis start my message with that. We wake up every morning to come to work to save lives.
Fantastic. Wow, my goodness.
So that is what software is all about. It's not just about making money. Profitability is great, but saving lives is God's blessings to us.
What she was saying, there's a big vacuum is there. Guys, please come and steal this idea. Let's be the kings in your own world. Enterprise. We want to create more enterprise CIs. So, yours is automobile, and sometimes it could be property records. Sometimes it could be, consumer. We never know.
Absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
Like example, somebody calls 911 and, suppose ambulance. Then there should be a system. The call of the 911 should not only go to the ambulance, and it should also alert the nearby hospitals. Bed is ready, everything. That saves lives.
Everywhere there is a friction point in our daily life is an opportunity to use AI.
Yes.
Everywhere there's a friction. That's why, taxis, right? Uber, the reason why it disrupted, because people were tired of, how do I get a taxi? And with Uber, how convenient has it made for us to get a taxi on our beck and call? I
think there is one more thought is coming since you are pitching to you this thing. Sometimes when you drive on the highway, 8 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, and if your AI can tell, hey, you're driving to a very sightseeing spot, just like 1 mile away, would you like to take a break? You're not taking a break for last 2 hours. There is a coffee shop nearby, plus sightseeing. You want to have it?
That's exactly what we were working already at Stellantis with Starbucks. With TomTom, the navigation company, and we were working with Starbucks, and we were telling Starbucks,
this
person that's driving the car is your customer, and this is the kind of coffee she likes or he likes, and they are about 5 minutes away from your Starbucks. So you show a promotion, make it simple to order it, and it's ready for you to get picked up.
My goodness, fantastic.
So, yes.
I think, Mamatha ji, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm thinking like I'm talking to a lady with 20/50 vision.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So coming back to Gopal ji, I know that, you have a very, I don't know what you call, a very dynamic and dynamite wife. So, you have to be very careful now. So I'm sure that you are a super dynamic, otherwise you would have convinced her. And let me ask you how you both got connected.
That's a very interesting question. I know Mamatha since she was 7 years old.
Wow.
My sister happened to be her neighbor, and I met her. I used to live in Chennai, and I used to visit my sister, and that's when I met. She was 7 years back then when I first met her.
So God has already destined to have you, that's why you got connected to 7 years.
Yeah.
But by the way, what do you do, Gopal Garu?
So I worked in automotive industry for nearly...
both are automotive? Oh
Yeah.
my
Yes.
goodness, wow. It's a totally automotive family.
It is an automotive
I think I would
family.
like to see your automotives today.
Yes,
I don't know
for
what God
sure.
is
You
driving.
should
Yes.
look at my small collection of cars.
Oh my goodness, correction she is saying, I don't know. I think I must watch.
So actually, I worked in automotive industry for over 3 decades, and I worked in construction equipment as well. And now I have a startup. What we do is to predict failures before they happen. For example, if you're driving from Detroit to Washington, D.C., you can take your mobile and say, hey, I'm going to take this particular vehicle to Washington, D.C. on a 5-day road trip. Is my vehicle ready? And then it will tell you exactly all the things that need to be done in terms of fluid checks, maintenance, and all those things. It will tell you if there are any already issues with the vehicle. And it goes beyond that and tells if there are going to be any issues along the drive.
Wow.
So that you're well prepared. So that the whole idea is any asset, we are focused on automotive, we are focused on vehicles, but the general principle is no matter which asset it is, you should know the health of the asset and when it's going to fail, and not let it fail in an unscheduled way. You want to know upfront what the life of the vehicle is, life of the asset is, so that you can decide whether to put that asset into operation or not. You would rather have the vehicle in your garage than to get stranded on the middle of the road. That is the whole idea behind what we are trying to do.
So basically, normally, typically, a car or any vehicle pops up like, something, engine or signs or something, symptoms. So you go beyond that, and with your AI tools, tell that vehicles what problems, you caution the consumer or you caution the companies.
If you look at health of a vehicle, in the automotive food chain, starting from supplier of parts to OEMs, dealers, actual users, to all the way to reused vehicle users, insurance, fleet owners, everybody in between. Everyone wants to know the health of the vehicle.
Wow.
But we are targeting primarily OEMs because they have the highest bleed in terms of warranty cost.
Wow.
Their warranty cost is as much as the profits that they make. So the bleed is so high, we are laser focused on helping OEMs improve their bottom lines and improve their profits by reducing warranty cost.
Do you know one more thing? In a way, the way we said to her, you are saving the lives apart, keep the business apart, Same thing with you. You are also saving the lives because you are telling in advance what could go wrong. You are trying to fix it. It's like prevention is better than a cure. And not only that, you are saving billions and billions of dollars to the insurance companies. Then do you know the reason why? Something, if it is ignored, then that could trigger into some accident or it could trigger into some damage to the vehicle.
Yes.
Ultimately, when it happens, insurance company is going to pay. The consumer is going to hit with small deductible, but the insurance is company to pay the big thing. So now collection of all those things, it could be into $1 billion. So you are saving the insurance industry with your startup. the billions and billions for the insurance company and also saving the lives in a way. Apart from that benefit to the OEMs.
Yeah, it is helping lives in the content, like, because imagine the margin pressure on the OEMs.
Yes.
Because
with alternate market,
exactly, exactly. If the warranty reserves and warranty costs go up, it puts tremendous pressure on the margin for an OE. What do they then do? They lay off a bunch of people, and most of those people that are laid off are in high-cost countries.
Yeah, but
so
you have a competition
he's saving lives in a completely different way.
Yeah. But how do you control that? There's so much of business, more than OEMs, aftermarket products are there.
Yeah.
How do you control? You can.
Yes.
But everything is aftermarket is there.
Our goal is to make sure that you always understand the state of the vehicle, so that even if you're taking the vehicle for repair to a dealership, you know exactly what the problem is before you go to the dealership. So the dealer has all the parts ready, they know exactly what to fix, and there is something called right fix the first time. If you owned automotive, you would know that it's always a hit or a miss what they fix. They'll keep changing parts after parts after parts before they get to the bottom line. But this will help the dealers be prepared so that the right fix is done the first time.
Let's make a U-turn again. So you guys met at 7 years, and basically, I mean, at that time, just probably like as a friend or sister, friend, whatever it is. But when did you come into this country?
I came in '94.
How about you, Mamatha?
1995.
Oh, okay.
1 year later.
She was at school in India at that time.
So, but the thing is, that marriage came or?
Yeah, we got married in 1990.
Oh, I see.
So 4 years later, Gopal came here, and then I followed in 95.
Oh, I see. Where do you originally hail from, Mamatha garu?
My ancestors are from Krishna district.
Okay, great.
And then, but I was brought up in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, got it.
Yeah.
And how about you?
My ancestors are from West Godavari, Tanuku.
Okay.
And I was born in Hyderabad. I grew up in Chennai.
Oh my goodness, you covered all entire South India. I mean, I'm glad that West Godavari and Krishna district, very typical, nice Andhra district, very good. You have that heritage. So now the thing is, the whole thing is like when you came into this country, I'm sure that you came as a MS Masters you did.
I did. It's an interesting background that I have.
Wow.
I have an undergrad in psychology, sociology, and English.
Wow.
And then I got a scholarship from Government of India to do masters in English. So I did my masters in English in Osmania University.
Wow.
And I stood, I got a gold medal from Osmania in masters in English. And then after that, I got married to Gopal. And Gopal always looked at me and said, "You're made for the business world." I started teaching English to intermediate and then undergrad students, and Gopal would always tell me, "Mamatha, I think you're made for the business world. I think you should go pursue an MBA." So I pursued MBA at Sri Venkateshwara University in Tirupati because that was closer to KGF where we were living. And halfway through, Gopal came to the US, and then I finished MBA and followed him. When I came to this country, the IT boom was just about to begin in 1995.
Oh, 1995, yes.
In 1995,
yes.
Even before the Y2K boom.
Yes, yes.
And Gopal was telling me, and one of my cousins was also instrumental in saying, "You started doing MIS in MBA. Why don't you take that track and go get a master's degree in computer science?"
Wow.
Believe me, I'm not from a technical background. So when I went to Wayne State University to get my master's in computer science, I had to do an entire undergrad in computer science for a year and a half and finish off all of those courses because those were the prerequisites before I could do my master's in computer science. And in this period, my first son was born, Rahul. And then by the time my second one was born, and after in 2000, I finished my master's in computer science from Oakland University, and then did another MBA from Northwestern Kellogg School of Management.
Wow, so many. That's a very
So I
inspiring.
have about 5 master's degree, and I always say 4, and Gopal always corrects me 5, because I have a master's in project management from George Washington.
And also one more thing, like out of curiosity, and we have been living, smartphones, and we are very happy. All of a sudden, that 2 years, I think, ChatGPT and so many Gemini and Claude, so many things have come up all of a sudden, and people are started again, yeah. And one side it says, oh, AI is going to replace everything, and then AI is going to be doing that. And as you said, that small pitch of AI in the enterprise version could turn into 55% of the profitability. And but the thing is, when you see that 55 profitability, that means some sort of cost somebody is eliminated, then only the profitability builds. So that means if the car has a value of $50,000, when you say we are going to save 55% to the traditional way, that means 50% almost hitting that somebody else is making some money. Because anyway, the producer is not making that thing, 3 to 9%. Somebody else is making, some OEMs or God knows the labor or whatever it is, that is being hit. Then only you save this 55%.
Right.
So do you think that AI is good for the companies and good for the people who page? But the thing is, somebody is losing here if you look at that. See, end of the day is the cost of the vehicle is going to be the same. You're adding extra features to increase the sale. But the thing is, who is getting hit with that money?
I think for 120 or so years, in the automotive industry, we have been perfecting the mechanical part. And over the last couple of decades, we have been perfecting the mechatronics. That is the electronics that went into the mechanical. And if you say that, if you follow that with the IT wave, there was at a point where there was mainframe and skills around mainframe were in so much demand.
Especially
but today,
it's gone.
It's completely gone.
It's vanished.
And you can look at the technology with AI the same way. As long as we keep adapting. But the car is always going to be a mechanical instrument.
Of course.
A car cannot just be run on pure software.
Only you're increasing the consumer confidence, that's all.
Exactly.
But that one small pitch will increase the sale.
Yep.
The profitability will go up.
Even the iPhones or even smartphones, there is a mechanical part to it.
Yes.
And it's an integrated component all the way from AI to software to the physical device.
Yes.
And it's the same with the electronics and same with automotive. It is the AI, it's software, it's electronics and mechanical, everything integrated together. And when you look at some of the Chinese OEMs, this is something so fascinating. They started going down the vertical integration layer all the way to mining the materials that are minerals that are required for the EV. So I think, does this vertical integration give you the agility to move? And does the business model that we have in the Western world with a tier 1 supplier, a tier 2 supplier, a tier 3 supplier, going back to your question, who is losing and who is winning?
Maybe eliminating the layers.
The winners are going to be not just eliminating the layers and disintermediation, similar to what Uber has done. I think the winners are going to be the ones that are constantly adapting, constantly learning and adapting.
One thing I learned from your show is, the only future is, even for a human being or for anything, for business or even for individual or professional or student or enterprise or CEO or anybody, if you don't adopt AI, you are out of the business.
Exactly.
That much I learned out of your talking. Because the companies, now you are adopting this AI technology, making the consumer confidence with so many benefits, and obviously the sale is going up. The total market is fixed. Somebody is eating major share means somebody is going to die. Simple. It's common sense. And the market share, right? I mean, you can't create extra market. So now with the AI, with your thing, the company, you're with the pitch, it's like a front runner again.
Yes.
Who is coming first?
Yes.
Tesla EV. Now everybody has come. Now they're gone down because of everybody is doing copy paste. Nobody can stop.
Yeah.
I mean that thing we can't. There's a question of the. So do you think that you are going to be the first company going to hit with this thing, or somebody else is also going to come?
I'll hit with AI.
Yes.
I think it's not just one company. Every company
They started using.
Earlier we used to say every company is a technology company. Now every company needs to be an AI company.
Exactly.
It's no longer, I'm going to get hit with AI, you're not going to get hit with AI. Healthcare, doctors, think about those surgeons and how AI is going to
Yes.
start augmenting initially, but maybe in the future it will replace, because a machine, AI guided, will have a lot more precision than a human performing the surgery.
You are talking about the physical AI now.
Exactly,
Robots,
exactly,
robotics. People
exactly.
with more, like manufacturing industry, our people get tired after 4 hours, 5 hours. We don't even work like 8-hour shift sometimes. Human is a human. But this robotics and physical AI keep on working 24. Human produces 10%, they produce 1,000%. I don't know where we are headed. Do you think that AI is going to lay off jobs because with all the things physical AI is coming?
I think, again, as I strongly believe that AI, people who embrace AI are going to be the winners, and they are not the ones that will get laid off. People that will get laid off are the people that are not embracing what's coming to them. If I still want to sit here and say, my skill set is going to be only mainframe, and I'm only in this kind of a box of mainframe, those days are gone. And with AI too, you have to think in the same way, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, or an accountant.
But there's a big difference here. I mean, I'm just thinking.
Yes, there is a huge difference.
So the thing is, mainframes is gone because better thing has come.
Yes.
So 100 people are working here. They migrate to new technology. All 100 people are, benefited.
Not 100 people, 50 people migrated, because the productivity with client server has increased from 50 people now to AI.
But the people still jobs are same. But here, what is happening in AI is you are doing with 100 people. Now cloud has come, coding has come, so many things have come, AI has come, in the factory, robots are working, and the coding is done, AI is so many things. So my fear is, if 100 people are working with this technology of AI, maybe 5 people are required.
But new opportunities will always get created.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think it's not just looking at the same old opportunities, but there could be so many. AI companies like OpenAI did not even exist 10 years ago.
Yes.
Today they are trillion-dollar companies.
My goodness, unbelievable.
Look at SpaceX.
Yes.
SpaceX, nobody even thought about that as an opportunity.
Yes.
10, 15 years ago.
Made a first trillionaire in the world.
Made the first trillionaire in the world. So new opportunities will always keep getting created.
But I fear that only 1 or 2 are getting benefited. That is somewhere hitting the common people somewhere. Because I believe in total is constant always. When you feel something is gaining, something is losing without knowing. So I believe that if a guy is making a trillionaire, that means somewhere something hit is happening somewhere.
I was actually talking to a couple of young kids, 23-year-old and 25-year-old, that have raised, of Indian origin, that have raised $10 million with Greylock. Now they have created a cybersecurity company to manage agents, the agentic AI.
Wow.
So that's a new opportunity. So I think the opportunities may not be always in the older way that we are thinking of, and that's why we are thinking layoffs there. But if you keep moving forward and embracing this technology and thinking, what are the new opportunities that I can create? I know that you are about to say something.
No. You are showing this. That is what is called circular economy. You will always, as you rightly said, the net is constant.
Yes, I believe in that.
The net is constant.
If I feel that I'm gaining wealth, I'm losing my health somewhere. It depends. You work very hard, you make money, then immediately you lose your health, and you are away from your children. Without knowing, you lose something. People don't realize that. I think God is always great, and He always creates constant. So everybody is equal for them. So some people unknowingly, if they make a big wealth, they don't know they have lost so many things.
So in terms of AI, is it always going to be taking away jobs? Is it always a net loss to humanity? I would not think so, because as you said, it's a circular economy. At the end of the day, somebody loses, somebody gains. For example, you can have AI help you improve the margins of automotive companies by having less number of failures. Okay, now somebody is going to be hit, the guy who is technician will not have to repair so many times, but somebody is gaining because the customer does not have to run to the dealership so many times. It's a productivity gain for the customer. So it's a circular economy if you look at it. And as you rightly said, you put everything together, it's a sum is the same. Right?
Yeah.
So there's a whole science behind what is called circular economy and how you manage that. And automotive and aerospace and these major industries play a significant role in the circular economy.
I think one more example I'll give you from the trucking industry.
Yeah.
As people get more and more educated, they do not want to be truck drivers.
Yeah.
Because it's a very hard job. Being on the road for days on end, being away from families.
It's not that easy.
So it's become a huge problem in Western Europe and also in the United States. And now you think about autonomous trucks, solves for the problem of having truck drivers. So there is there is a new need that's emerging that technology is able to address.
But the thing is, you're replacing like so many drivers, which are livelihood with that.
But those are the drivers that are saying that I do not want to.
But where do they go? Just out of curiosity, if Tesla, these guys are replacing the drivers, Uber has already replaced a lot of drivers' business. They killed so many entrepreneurs. They made Uber company so much rich because of the abrupt, technologies startup, and they eliminated. Similarly, if the trucks company, if it's 10,000 people or 20,000 people, truck drivers eliminated, where do they go?
That's a great question. Necessity is always the mother of invention.
But at the same time,
you create a necessity, you create a survival, and humanity always adapts to that.
Or is it going to go in a wrong direction? The people will have no jobs. Physically has come. Manufacturing industry is replaced by robots. And in the home, even the robots are going to serve our coffee and everything in the home and outside. And that mechanical works like marketing and so many things. Instead of having 100 people, stay with small guy with 2-3 people using the AI tools and everything.
There will be a huge impact, Andy. There will be a huge impact, the way that you're talking about. But I think AI, at least in its current version, cannot completely replace a human being.
Okay.
Cannot replace the emotional, the cultural context. Maybe the AI will say, these are the top 5 things that you need to do at Stellantis. But AI does not know the cultural context of implementing those 5 things. How many lives will be impacted? What are the political ramifications of doing these 5 things? It will get there maybe eventually, but it cannot be a complete replacement for a human being.
But I know, as you rightly said, Gopalgar and you, it always creates extra opportunities, like prompt engineers. You need to know, it's like this. I think the real success is, I think the smart thing is the people who can, how to use best manner the AI. They're the winners, in my opinion.
That is so true. That is so true, Andy. I think the next wave of innovation is not just going to come from Silicon Valley. And that is exactly why I have created my startup. It's in stealth mode. It's called Lumiom.ai. The next wave of innovation is going to happen in the heartland of America. The same heartland of America that has given birth to the assembly line and that has given birth to the auto industry at scale is where the next wave of innovation is going to happen.
Very good.
Going back to your robotic AI in the manufacturing, and look at how many jobs we have lost by outsourcing manufacturing to best cost countries like China or Eastern Europe. Now, with AI, we as the United States have the opportunity to bring manufacturing back.
Before we go into your home, I want to ask you one question, because even I want to talk about your startup, because so far we are talking about Stellantis, but we want to talk about your startup and with your people, partners.
Yes.
So before that, I want to ask you, who do you think, as a very successful enterprise AI woman, what do you think, who will be the superpower in terms of AI? China, India, USA?
That's a very difficult question to answer. I think there is a place
India
for...
has a brain, because so
there
far
is a place, I would say there is a place for everyone.
Beautiful.
There is a place for everyone. The opportunity is so humongous that there is a place for everyone. And there is not one country that will lose or one country that will win. I think the more and more what we will see is that we as global economy have to increase the collaboration that happens between India, the United States, and China.
Wow, it's a beautiful, this is the formal dining area, I guess.
Yes, it's a formal dining area, but it's also converted into my office.
Hey, how are you?
And by the way, this is Cara Grasso.
Oh, hi, Kara. Nice meeting
And,
you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, good.
Kara and I have founded this company called Lumium.ai.
Oh, Lumium.
Yes,
Wow.
and we, after many years, both of us in the auto industry,
Fantastic.
we said now we need to help this industry and many other companies in the industrial sector in the heartland of America transform. Kara, do you want to talk more about our
So what is
startup?
I'd
Lumium
love
Home?
to.
How did the name
Oh
come
my
up?
gosh.
Such a beautiful name.
Lumium means light, right?
Yes.
And Om, the center of everything. So Lumium. Mamatha's vision is huge, and I'm completely on board because my background and experience shows that we need a product exactly like Lumium is creating. So if you'd like it, I'll tell you about it.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we are building a platform. Our platform runs in the background of every industrialized manufacturing company that wants to transform and reimagine the way that they work in the era of AI. And so what we do is we allow for that organization to see their AI readiness or transformation score as it relates to like a credit score.
Yes.
So if an industrialized manufacturing company in the heartland of America has a score of about 500 out of 850, for example, how do they work to try to improve the way that their systems are modernizing to that kind of ultimate elite tier? And the Lumium platform combines their financial, commercial, operational information. It allows us to look at a unified intelligence view and then create strategic priorities to increase that score. So our platform is very tactical, and it's connected to boards and C-suite decision makers that need to see everything comprehensively, rather than coming in the morning and walking office to office to office to understand what decisions are awaiting them, what kind of intelligence needs to be combined to try to make some good strategic decisions. The Lumium platform does all of that in a continuous intelligence way. So it's very transformative. We have met with, gosh, I'd say over 50 prospective customers we've pitched to. Right now we have 3 design partners, and this is in a matter of 5 months.
Yeah.
So it's gone very, very quickly. The best part is, if you're in the heartland of America and you're intimidated by AI and you don't know where to start, our platform allows an easy starting point to comprehensively look at all of your systems and to create some strategies moving forward.
So like a FICO score, like it decides to whom they should sell the home. Everything is life is dependent on that. To buy a car, you need a FICO score.
Yes.
Expedia, so many things
So think of it this way.
So many things, yes.
If a company wants to invest in that company,
Yes.
or a PE, let's say it's under private equity, certainly they need to understand the financial health of that company. And that's really, to your point, that's what the score
So
is
you are building a
indicating.
platform, you come with a score, how healthy is your company as a CXO person, they
That's
look at
right.
the dashboard, how do I improve my this thing? But
right.
who is going to be really trusting your scores, because you need to be connected with their investors, or you need to be convincing them
Yes.
you are the right people, this score is really important.
Yes.
And how do you make it them to the investor sectors?
That's a great question.
Yeah, banks or whatever it is.
Yep, that's a great question. So we have a portion of our platform that's called the explainability board. So from an explainability perspective, it's our job to ensure the information they're seeing is credible, right? And where the information is coming from, and then how the strategic priorities are driven as a result of that information. So we do show the organization how we've come to that type of suggestion. And then the organization takes those suggestions and implements, number one, what they have a budget for, and where we can align with partner companies to help them achieve their goals.
I think one of the partner companies that we are working with, one of the suggestions that our Lumium score came up with was to reduce their engineering cycle time from 30 months to 3 months.
Wow.
Because it was looking at many of their Chinese competitors.
That's right.
And it was also looking at some of the competition in their specific in their specific segment in the auto industry, and said, if you continue to go on a 30-month cycle time, engineering cycle time, you'll keep falling backwards.
So what I understand is, like, you try to go to the industry, you try to identify with their users and high stakeholders, you break up all the tasks, and you see where the AI readily available solution can be implemented in a slice and man everywhere.
Exactly.
And get that final thing.
That's right.
Yes.
And we even go down to who should own that KPI. What is the investment to execute and to achieve? And then what is the timeline? So some of these strategic initiatives can be 2-year projects, but they very clearly connect to the P&L. And that's one of the things that Mamatha and I have seen from our customers, is that they don't know how to connect AI spend or transformation spend to the actual P&L, so that it can be a very tangible solution.
Fantastic. Great to know that thing.
Yeah. So this is the platform that would run in the background of an industrialized manufacturing company in the heartland of America. So it starts with a score like this and some summary points as to how the score can be improved. We also continually say, what is the risk of not improving? If the C-suite leaders can understand the risk, they may prioritize differently. We also have a peer benchmark. The peer benchmark is really important to most of our customers. By the way, this is agnostic. This is not automotive focused, yet Mamatha and I have deep relationships in automotive, so obviously that's a good starting point for us. But real quickly, we go through the financial performance, operational performance, and commercial performance in order to justify that score and all the details of that score. So it's a really intricate way of helping a company transform as quickly as possible.
Fantastic.
Then it also has agents. The CEO has a CEO AI agent for CEO AI agent. CFO has a CFO agent. And typically the leadership only meets once a week, maybe once a month. But these agents are meeting with this intelligence almost on a continuous basis and advising the CEO what decisions and actions they should be making today.
Wow.
Instead of waiting for someone to present to him or
we used
her
to
the
have
information.
some secretaries now. They will have their own agentic person AI, and this person will give me.
That's
so since this gone like behind our head, so the CXO agent will talk to CFO guy.
That's
CFO will be talking.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
What we are living in. Oh my goodness. So impressed. Very
Huge
good.
efficiencies.
So everywhere AI. Oh my God.
Yes.
So it's like no human to human, because that AI's intelligence has gone the way ahead. So if I can understand your AI, I have to have my own AI. Hey, my AI, please tell them, it's the same thing is happening. You send me message, I just chat GPT, put reply, within a second, I send to counter,
That's right.
It's like oh my goodness, I think,
Going back to your pothole example, right?
Yes.
It increases accountability in the organization.
Wow.
It increases
said just like that,
explainability, right?
I just said very
Now, every employee can go to this platform and see why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Wow.
When they have that kind of a vision to what's happening, then they can say, oh, this is why I need to learn new skills now, because these are the priorities of the company.
Right.
So it's a matter of like, who has the better agentic AI, that's all.
Exactly.
And not only that, hey, how my score is improved. If my company has got 710, how do I compete with other guy with 850?
That's right.
That's where your company is coming to make it 850 happen.
That's right.
Exactly.
As quickly and
That's the
efficiently
business.
as possible. That's the business.
So you are creating a competition, you are creating a score, you are creating like, how to improve the score.
That's right.
Making billions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Next score from 700 to 850, 150,
Right.
$150 billion.
It can help a company exist. We have read from McKinsey, 74% of C-suite leaders think their company will cease to exist beyond 2030 unless they transform. So we are helping accelerate that transformation.
And imagine the number of lives, talking about layoffs, that would be impacted if 74% of companies in the heartland of America don't exist.
That's right. And what that does to our GDP.
Exactly.
Right. So this is fundamentally important to the United States.
Look at, guys, look at yours. These two standing left and right, I'm telling you, you never know, and the way, Elon Musk has become a trillionaire, the way both are going in that direction, this startup. I mean, I don't know, when you're going for IPO, kindly consider us. Please.
Yeah, I do believe in very powerful women in technology, and I'm so happy to be partnering with
that's
Kiera on
good.
this.
Yeah. Not only that,
Same.
you're qualified for a lot of ATA, so many advantages, and
That's right.
to open the gates.
We are.
Government has created a lot of opportunities, pushing us behind and making you friend. Maybe we work for you. It's never known.
Maybe.
Yes. Take the opportunity, take that shortcut, take the AI. It's nowadays how much hard, I take, a lot of things. It's a matter of I think different, think out of the box, and use AI, be head, friend. That's what it is. You are a true testament of that.
That's right.
I think if there is an investor out there in your audience, we would love for them to invest in our company.
Absolutely.
In fact, I'm doing a show with the Startup Synergy with Sridhar, and I'm coming with very soon the Startup Synergy. And this startup, I'm going to pitch to the investors.
Thank
I'm
you.
going global, and this is the future. A lot of startups are coming, and we will be doing it definitely. That
Thank you.
That's
Thank
great.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Yeah, sure. It's my pleasure.
I really
Thank you,
appreciate
Kiera.
it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. You were telling about you have a big boat. Is that the one you were talking about?
No, this is a jet ski, Andy. We have a boat on the lake.
I see.
It's in the water.
I see. It's in the water.
We go there. Yeah.
Wow, you have a nice Maserati. What is that? Basically.
That's Maserati MC20.
MC20. Wow.
Yeah, it's one of the 60 cars that were produced in the world.
Oh my God! Just 60 cars. That's it.
And one of the 11 in the US, and one of the 2 in Michigan.
Wow, how did you manage to get it then?
That's Mamatha. She was influencing actually the design of the car, so it took another 3 years.
Wow.
She wanted a convertible.
Yes.
So this is the first Maserati convertible.
My goodness, fantastic. Wow, nice tunnel, we are going under a tunnel now. It's very interesting. Yes.
Tunnel under the road.
Yes. But it's such a beautiful thing, I mean, you go every time,
Yeah, pretty much through the summer we are in the water. Definitely during weekends we are pretty much in the
I
water.
say,
Yeah.
how much time you spend?
I think we spend at least on an average about 4 or 5 hours a week.
5 hours.
A
You
week.
take food and everything. Oh, my
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, but on weekends we have parties,
I see.
and sometimes we make dosa.
Really?
As
This?
well. Yeah.
How many people
We-
can come in this?
This can hold 14.
14 people.
Yeah.
Wow, very good.
Yeah.
It's yes, we are talking about their entire home. Both him and his wife, both are testament to what the best enterprise AI can do to the world. They're in that line. I'm so honored that I have an opportunity of interviewing them. So proud of you, sir.
Thank you,
So proud
Andrew.
of you.
Thank you so
Gopal.
much for
So
making
much
time,
happy. Very
and,
good. Yes. Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure hosting you.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
your crew.
We'll meet again one more time.
Yeah,
So very soon.
absolutely. Yeah,
we'll have
thanks,
this
Andy.
boat also more
Yeah,
time
absolutely.
with 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
sure.
you. We have covered about life story and as well as the inspirational journey of our growth within the America. came with $100 and today she held like $25 billion US, the benefit to the companies, and having with all the wisdom, she's starting her own startup of Lumium, and such a very powerful company, the startup, we have seen it, and such a kudos to you.
Thank you, Andy.
From from our viewers and Mamatha TV and TV5, all the viewers, and we want you to wish you the best, and we want to come and see you as for a success story of yours, like very soon. Thank you, Vachcha. Namaste.
Namaste,
and
Andy.
Kindly thanks for giving us the opportunity to feature you on our Pride of India show.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you so
Mamatha Garu,
much.
and also conveys to Gopal Garu for such a wonderful thing.
Absolutely, Andy. And thank you so much to Mamatha TV. And hopefully there's someone out there that is getting inspired by all of the great things
Yes.
that you're doing for the community.
Yes.
And keep doing the great job. Keep
you.
interviewing many more such
Yes.
folks.
Yes.
So that, people can get inspired.
Yes.
And are not afraid and are courageous and bold to do things like what I am doing, what you're doing.
Yes.
There's so many ways to succeed and thrive in life.
Yes.
And thanks for showing that path to many people.
But one thing is there, my job, AI cannot do it because the human touch. I don't think any robotic AI can replace me. So I'm going to be surviving.
You're safe for now.
Safe now, but I don't know. No.
There is my son too, actually.
Oh, wow, please come. So I'll say hello to him. So what is his name?
His name is Rahul.
Rahul. Please, Rahul, please come.
Yeah.
We want your time for it.
Rahul, and he's my older son, and he's my lucky charm.
Wow.
The first role that I landed at Chrysler Corporation was with him on my lap.
Fantastic. Wow.
So I
Congratulations.
always say
my friend.
that.
Very good. Nice meeting.
Thank you.
And he's also looking at a career in the auto industry, so I'm very, very,
the
very
whole home
happy
is
about it. Yes,
automobile.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
exactly.
What do you do, Rahul? What's
I'm a data scientist.
fantastic?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, with Accenture.
Yeah.
Excellent, very good. So proud of you.
Thank you.
And so your mother, we have interviewed as a Pride of India. Most successful, of course, Gopalji also, he's Pride of India as a part of the family. So how pride, you feel like, by looking at them?
I mean, me and my brother are always super proud. I mean, especially with everything that they've accomplished,
Fantastic.
It's really amazing. So we always take a lot of pride in it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, Rahul.
Yes,
And
yes.
such a people like he's still wearing that Lord Balaji's
Oh, yeah,
such a traditional family you brought. What else you need, he's such a beautiful, wonderful son. Lucky to you, landed you in Chrysler.
Exactly.
And maybe I give you shake hand, maybe luck also starts to me.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Thank you very much, Mamatha. Today, I'm so happy because the Pride of India so far, the first woman I have been, interviewing her with such an inspirational journey. I'm Sridhar Chillara. We'll come back with one more guest for my different show. Thank you.